What's up, everybody? It is Generalkidd here. How is everyone doing today? So for today's video, this is actually a question that a lot of people have wanted me to tackle for a long time. I see it in like multiple videos, like all the time, with people asking me to check this out. And the question they wanted me to tackle for a while is, at the beginning of Sierra 117, at this part of the waterfall, Johnson and his squad, they tell you to split up. You, an Arbiter, and a few Marines, you go on in one direction, while Johnson and a few of his Marines, the remaining Marines, they climb up this waterfall, and they like walk towards the back of it, and you never really see where they go. So with that in mind, you could try in theater mode to kind of see where they go. You can watch them as they climb up and then fly a little bit up. However, there's a very low barrier, an invisible barrier above us, so you can't fly the camera high enough to really see them too well. And this is the best angle you get, but it looks like they run across the waterfall and then run into that little cave over there, or so it seems. And that's where they all go, and we can't really follow them there. We don't know exactly like what's in there, where it leads to, or how far into it they go, or where they end up. It is actually quite a mystery, and I always thought they just climb up to the top of the waterfall and then they just despawn. But when I decided to actually take a closer look, I actually never realized that they walked that far into that cave. It's like I said, I always just assumed that once they climb to the top, they kind of maybe take a few steps back and then just despawn. But later, Johnson and his squad, they once again show up here with these pelicans up in the sky. Although they shortly get shot down by banshees, and then their pelicans crash, and you need to go save Johnson, and so on. So, with that in mind, let's take a look at where Johnson's squad goes once they climb up, and maybe figure out how they ended up here. So, to do that, we're going to need to do a little bit of a small mod. Very simple mod, actually. Two simple mods. The first mod that I did was I removed all the barriers, and then I combined it with another simple mod, which is just increase my jump height. So, I mean, I don't really actually need to be physically up here to see where they go. I could always theater mode it, and with the barriers removed, you could just fly the camera up here. But, it's more fun to follow the Marines in person, physically, I guess. But this is what it looks like at the top of the waterfall, first of all. And it's actually not a cave there. It's actually more of like a small cliff going upwards. But before we go in there, let's take a look. Let's just wait for the Marines to catch up, and then we'll follow them in there and see what path they take and where they end up. So here's the first Marine. Let's just follow him across the waterfall as he enters this pathway that looks like a cave from down there, but it's really just up to this hill here. And there you have it. Once they reach the top, a certain point, they just go poof, and they despawn. Which, it's not too surprising. Obviously, they do despawn eventually, but now you know exactly when they despawn and where they despawn. And here's Johnson, the last of them, climbing up. And poof, there he goes. So, yeah, there you have it. That's once they go out of sight, they do actually off camera, out of view. They actually do take a few steps forward, even more, once they go into that what we thought was a cave. But ultimately, they do just despawn when they go a little bit higher in the cliff. So they don't really run anywhere else. But once they go poof, they don't show up again until later when they're at the Pelicans. So I guess you could say that Johnson and his squad are using Promethean warp tech. Lame joke, I know, but yeah, it's just a funny joke with Promethean warp tech and stuff. I don't know. It's just hilarious these other situations. But so they basically Promethean warp tech their way to the Pelicans later, and that's how they get there, until they get shot down by banshees that are flying fast and low. But yeah, so that's basically all there is to this. In case you're curious, I'm just gonna walk around for a little bit and show you guys what it looks like up here real quick, because I'm sure we don't get too many opportunities to explore this part of the map outside of the map on Sierra 117. I mean, there's not really much up here. It's just just some trees and grass and shrubs. that's about it. And then, you know, you could go back on the map and stuff. But yeah, so there you guys have it. That is where Johnson and the squad goes. Up the waterfall and into like a small hill, and then shortly after despawns. But yeah, so if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments. As always, if there's anything else for me to check out or anything you've been wondering that you want me to look into, just let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to look into it when I get the chance. But other than that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.